so proud of how this turned out. Your entire life really can change in a year. If we are going to try to create our dream lives in 2024, it is a must to look back on 2023. What are the biggest lessons that we learned? Genuinely, I feel like I've changed so much as a person. A huge thing I learned was self-respect in the friendships that I had been in. People told me for so long, Olivia, you need to get out of that. You cannot continue to be friends with her. And guess what I did? Continued to be friends with her because I thought that she would change, but people aren't gonna change. You cannot control what these other people do. You can only control yourself. If someone is disrespecting you, if someone is ghosting you, and if someone is not treating you how you want to be treated and is trying to change you, and if people don't respect you whenever you come out and say, hey, this made me uncomfortable, if they lash out at you, then you know, then you're done. And that's exactly what happened to me. If you related to any of that, what I just said, get out right now. It's going to be hard, but ultimately it is the best thing that you can do for yourself. In 2024, we just need to let go of negative and toxic influences, focusing more on other people than you're focusing on yourself, because successful people who are trying to better themselves are not going to be so caught up in petty drama or gossip. Doesn't align with the people that we're trying to be. And we just need to release self-doubt in the new year. Self-doubt is exactly what is holding you back. Once you release that mental block, there is truly no limit to the things that you can do and accomplish. Just having grace with yourself and being kind and cultivating a positive mindset will bring you more than you have ever desired in life. So sit down maybe for 20-30 minutes and truly reflect on this past year. I'm going to pop up some journal prompts on the screen that you can use. We need to fix some of the subconscious things that have been holding us back. We all know about New Year's resolutions, but what if I told you that they don't have to be a struggle? I think for so many of us, we get overwhelmed with the idea of how daunting and unattainable these resolutions may seem, that we end up failing at them just a few weeks into the new year, if not a few days. We need to start setting smart goals instead. As you go, you can use these little goals as tiny stepping stones to eventually build your way up to big progress that you can see from a wider lens. Yes, the results are great, but if we are solely focusing on the results, we're not going to know exactly how to reach that, and these goals and resolutions are ultimately going to get abandoned. We have been here way too many times. Set a goal in every single aspect of your life. This can be a social goal, a personal goal, a spiritual goal, educational goal, a financial goal, and then create a plan of action on how you are going to approach these certain things to be able to fully tackle them. Because you really do want to reach that goal. I mean, there's a reason why we're setting these things in the first place. Financial goals, for instance, if you want to have X amount of money saved by the end of the year, divide that amount by 12, and then you figure out how much money you need to save each month. Make sure that whatever you're doing, you are taking that amount out from your paycheck, given that you can afford that. So many of us will just wish that we had a certain thing. You cannot just wish that you had a certain thing. You have to put in the work. wanted to go into my vision board a little bit because honestly, after spending probably 2 to 3 hours working on that, I feel a lot more connected to these visions, which I think is extremely important because in the past I'd quickly create a little vision board myself on Canva or even just find something that somebody else created, but I feel way more attached to this than I ever did with that, and I think that that is going to be extremely beneficial because this truly reflects what I want from my life. Everything is a little bit scattered around, and as you can see, it's very bejeweled, and I'm not mad about it. I have a bunch of health and fitness things like eating healthy, working out. I have weights here, and then I have academic stuff. So I have beauty with brain over here, and then I have a girl study. Future kind of things include apartment stuff, so we have girl apartment right there, and then keys to an apartment. Spiritual things including journaling and crystals, attracting success and attracting money and attracting opportunities. And yeah, I just have a bunch of YouTube things. So I have cameras and then like follower counts and a little growth chart. This isn't necessarily just for social media, but growing as a person in general. This vision board to me is the essence of abundance, and I think that is something that we are all trying to attract in our lives. I'm so obsessed with it. You can find all of these images that I used up on my Pinterest. It's a public board, but again, I would completely recommend just going on Pinterest and finding your own pictures because that way you can make sure it is absolutely tailored to you. I'm going to hang this up in my room somewhere just so that I can see it every morning when I wake up, constantly be reminded of everything. Also just because I'm so proud of how this turned out. I also printed out this cutesy little calendar. I'll link it down below, and yeah, it's not a huge calendar, but I thought it would be a nice little decoration for my wall. Once you believe that something is your reality, it is going to become your reality, and that is just the fact. You need to live your day-to-day life exactly as this person, and you need to stop confirming beliefs of your old reality. Like, you're not gonna text your friend and be like, oh, I wish this would just happen to me already, because that's confirming your old reality. This is no longer your reality. Your reality is, wow, I'm so abundant. I just attracted this much amount of money this month. I just got into this dream college. I'm so excited to work this new job. Whatever it is, you are going to say that in your mind, and you are going to literally be so delusional. People may think you're a little bit crazy, but if you have the evidence and the successes to back everything up, it's all worth it, is it not? The law of attraction states that you can attract anything into your life that is the same energy level you are. So if you are constantly in a bad mood, super negative, guess what kind of stuff is gonna come into your life? It's gonna prove that belief. But if you have an optimistic belief and you're constantly like, life is so good, I'm getting all these opportunities, blah, 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 again, you are going to notice confirming beliefs. You are the combination of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. So make sure that you're surrounding yourself with good people, people who have good intentions, people who are working towards their own goals themselves. You don't really realize exactly how much of your diet is your diet. You may think your diet is just the foods you consume, but no, it is the environment you're in, what you consume on social media. I just unfollowed like 100 people on social media the other day. If I don't necessarily align with a certain person, or I don't really want to see their stuff, or just because I'm trying to spend less time on social media and that makes it so I have less things to catch up on. If you don't want to unfollow people, mute them, okay? So that you won't see any of their stuff. Developing a certain skill set and exploring new hobbies. So for instance, today, I spent about 3 hours making that vision board. That really ignited a creative spark in me, and I felt so much more inspired with my own work with this video. Being creative is what we were meant to do. So find something creative that you can commit to, preferably something every single day that you look forward to that will bring joy into your daily routine. So I have all of my crystals inside this little jar that I made a very long time ago, but I do want to say it is okay if you do not believe in crystals. Honestly, like I've mentioned many times in this video, everything in life is a mind game. So if you believe it works, then it does work, and honestly, you can believe whatever you want. And I really do want to get this one. This is kunzite. It's a love and connection stone. I want to get it on a necklace. I got this one on the necklace at a farmer's market back in April, and I really do like having it with me because I feel like it provides me with a sense of peace. I have this really cute little journal that I haven't used very much, but I can use it in the new year to write down the names and purposes of all the crystals I have. But yeah, crystal work is really good for a mental cleanse, which I think is what we all need right now. So I wanted to share with you some of my best like meditation tips. It's really, really important to focus on breath work. You can do certain number techniques where you breathe in for a certain amount of seconds, hold for a certain amount of seconds, and then breathe out for a certain amount of seconds. Also really like to do yoga because there's so much stagnant energy in our body, and I believe it's lactic acid that builds up. We were meant to move move. I feel like while doing yoga and meditation, you can also really connect to your higher self. Honestly, we just all need to disconnect from this really busy and social media obsessed reality and connect more to nature, to our internal selves. So one way that I will be doing this is I have deleted Instagram. Yes, it's already proven to be really hard. We can get so caught up in social media and the internet world that we forget what it truly means to live. And these things definitely do lower our vibrations, which is not what we need. Whenever I'm feeling in a bad or stressed mood, something that always cures it is putting on frequency music. There are so many different kinds. It is also really good for any sort of visualization techniques. Anyway, the moral of this story is do not underestimate the power of your mind, and let's make sure to prioritize our mental well-being in the new year. Make sure to subscribe and like this video if you found it enjoyable. It really does help my channel. Comment something down below for me to respond to. I always read all of the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.